They say I wasn't gonna make it, they say I wasn't gonna be here. But look at me, I'm right here. It's the best that a nigga still here. Look at me, I'm right here. It's the best that a nigga still here. They say I wasn't gonna make it, they told me wasn't gonna be shit. They told me to stay out the streets, but look at me, I'm still here. I'm married to the streets. My auntie love me, so she be worried about me. Give a kiss, tell her don't worry about me. If I got it, she could get the world about me. Got my gun, I don't wanna hurt nobody. Gets the best that a nigga made it.
You guys lost your parents the way that you did. And knowing that and learning that and having those feelings of that, what are you teaching, or what is it that you would like for your children and for you gay grandchildren to know? Like, do you ever talk to them about death? Not necessarily your mom's death, but your death. Do you ever talk to them to let them know, like, things happen and it's okay? Like, do we prepare them?
Yes, I do. In September, I will be 64. Feel like I have lived about 5 lifetimes. Talk to them and let them know I'm not going to be around here all this time. You know, I have too much knowledge to transition without giving you that. If I can't give you money for a legacy, the least I could do is give you knowledge. And that you can take with you and give your children that.
That's okay.
I talk to my sons about it. I talk to my grandkids about it. I talk to them about the mistakes that I've made. Please don't make these mistakes. You're probably going to do what you want to do. Remember when I tell you, you know. And I tell them to live, you know. Live. This is what we are here for. But I ask them to seek God, because I believe it doesn't have to be everybody else. But I believe without God's protection, guidance, and grace, this life would be very difficult to live. So I'm teaching them all the time. And that's what I must do. I feel that is something I have to do.
Okay.
Yeah, they know how Granny is. My son knows the same thing.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Marvin?
You know, my kid's kind of young. So I don't really too much talk about that, but what I do tell them is that I stall it in them no matter what. If I'm not around or if I am, I always take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? And love on each other. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all come first before any friends, all of that. Like, is y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I try to install in them. But I
Okay.
don't talk about death to them because they little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they little. So except for my
Mhm.
he a little older, but you know what I'm saying?
But do they ever ask about Karen, or do you talk about Karen and they say, well,
Yeah,
where's she at?
yeah. We was just at the grave, you know. Melania, all them, they always ask about it because they see a picture on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
So they always talk about whatever and ask about them. So they know her. They know how she looked. You know what I'm saying?
Both of you guys had some very a very unique mom, beautiful women with a spirit of gold, a soul of gold. That I know. Um, Karen was one of my best friends, and I love her so still to this day. That will never change. And my auntie, oh my God, like I don't even really want to say because she like the first person put me on a bike, like the first person took me to the movies, like things that my mom couldn't really do for me because she for whatever reason. So my auntie was like a great person, and it was a lot of us because my mom had 7 kids and she had 8, and just grew up together. My mom took us to, you guys' house all the time, and it was good. They beat the hell out of us too, though. But yeah, They beat us. But yeah, it was good. So it's just, when you come, what the whole purpose of this is just to, just try to talk about it and see what different people are going through and how they survive this thing. Because one thing about it, grief can kill you. It most definitely can take you up out of here. So the fact that we live today and the fact that they get to, even though they're not necessarily living with us, but they are still in our presence, they still come, like Marvin said. Yeah, she watching over you, she checking you. Sometimes she's saying, "Hey, don't go that way, son. Go that way." And sometimes she's stopping something that may be in the way. And the same for you, Gay, because that's just what I believe they're able to do. Because in most cases, if they're great people, then they're probably in the presence. And if they're in the presence, then they get to speak to him and say what they need to say and, get him to maybe move things around.
You say grief can kill you. And that is so, so true. If it does not kill you, it can give you symptoms to kill you. Your heart, your whole health is evolved around your mental health. Really controls a whole lot of your body health, your physical health. And some people grieve so hard without any answers that they go to things like Ouija boards and
Sex, drugs, drinks. Yeah. Everything. Yeah.
Consider myself blessed. I did go through the drug thing. I actually came out of it heroic. And I really thank God.
You did.
Because there's no other way I would have been able to do that. Seeing so many of my peers passing away. And I think that there should be some form of, how there's rites of passage. There are villages and communities that have things in place for heart-stricken people. And we have nothing. We have to rebuild ourselves. And I think that would not be a bad. That's why I'm glad you're doing this podcast. A lot of people need to know that they're not the only ones feeling this bad or how hard it can be, and if you're still going through it, it's okay. And my father was one of them. He lived a certain life where it was like a death every other year in his family. Mom, dad, brother, and aunties and uncles continuing to die. And it hurt him bad. The father of all these kids and husband did not have time to grieve.
Yeah, had to go to work. Had to go to work.
Yeah. It was hurting him inside.
Mm-hmm.
So he buried everything. Even though you bury something, that does not mean that you erase it. It's still there. Until you actually take care of it. You have to take care of it. Burying something does not erase it, and it doesn't help you at all. Yeah. It's like a cancer.
Yeah.
When diagnosed.
Yeah, he stayed at the cemetery.
Yes, he did. He stayed at the cemetery, had a couple of Ouija boards be found out, and I've never understood anybody that stayed at the cemetery as much as he did. I thought it was like it was a normal thing until I grew up and I said, okay, it's not
normal. Mm-hmm.
I understood why he did it too.
Because we love so hard, Gay. And that's part of what the goal here is, to talk to all kinds of people that has been through a tragedy, right? But not just the people that's been through it, but the people that's on the sidelines too. Like even the people that commit the tragedies. Like we need to talk, because I don't think that we fully comprehend what's going on. I don't think that we fully understand what taking a life is. I don't think we fully understand the loss of a loved one until you have the loss of a loved one. So, and we as sometimes we think that we're afraid. We're afraid. I grew up being afraid of deceased people. Like, oh my God, no, like don't touch them. Like all this stuff that you learn as a kid. And I learned that I'm teaching my granddaughter to be afraid and to be sad. And everything is sad when we really shouldn't be sad because the fact of the matter is we all got to go. And we have to believe that it's something that's wrong with us. And we won't know till we get there. But the thing about it is, it can't be that bad if everybody got to do it. Can't nobody buy their way out of it. I don't care how much money you got. You got to do it. I don't care how many hearts you get. I don't care how many transplants. I don't care how young you look. I don't care about any of that. How much money you got. None of that matters. You're going to do it. Everybody going to do it. And so on that playing field right there, we all become equal, right? So if we're going to do it and nobody knows the date or the time, it seems like we should prepare to do it, right? And preparation is just like an interview. You know what I'm saying? You get your paperwork together. You know what I'm saying? You get your kids' paperwork together. You get your parents, whoever you're responsible for, you get the paperwork together. So you'll have the things that you need. And then you understand in your mind that this can happen at any time. Anything, and we say that all the time, anything can happen. And yes, anything can happen. And we're never going to be prepared to a point where we don't grieve, but we can be prepared to a point that grieving don't take us up out of here. You know what I'm saying? That we can still live after the loss of a loved one. I look at my child and my grandchildren, and I want them to be able to be happy. You know what I'm saying? You try to leave them a little change. You know what I'm saying? What you doing that for? Because you're trying to prepare them because you ain't gonna be here. And the goal is that I don't be here. If it's somebody to go, let it be me because I don't want to bury another child. I don't want to bury another young person. I don't. I don't want to do it. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just we have to try to learn as much as we can, and that's what the podcast is for. It's pretty much to acknowledge, to get some type of understanding, to understand that this grief thing is very serious. And the thing too is like we insure everything. We insure our car, we insure our home, we insure our health, but we don't insure our lives. And that's the most important thing. And people are gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? My mom had a saying, and it was be ready if you don't get to go, which means we don't want to go, but be ready just in case, because we just never know. Anything can happen. So, I'm having a hard time with Demetrius, actually a very hard time trying not to cry. Yes, I'm having a hard time, but and I understand. Like it's not that I'm not without understanding. I understand God, I understand death. I understand all of it, but it doesn't stop me from being, I don't know if the word is sad. I don't even know what the word is. Yeah, because it's just like, how does this, not how does it happen? Because it happened. It's just like, and it's not why did it happen? It's just like, how do I live without him?
Exactly.
How do I get by a person that I saw every day from the day he was born that I cared for and tried to keep in a great space and did everything I could for him? How do I get through without that? So that's just kind of the thing. And then for you guys, it's your parent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure no matter what Karen went through, no matter what my auntie went through, they preferred that it was them instead of you. That I can guarantee you. That I can guarantee you. So they would take it. And sometimes I feel like in myself, this is just me, and it may be the furthest thing from the truth. But I feel like people talk to God, and sometimes they say, take me
I'll be that sacrifice.
for the family. I feel like people do that sometimes, and it's just like they may know that something is going on, or maybe, and they just be like, I'll be the one to step up to the plate. And if it saves my child or if it saves my family, like we'll take that. we'll take that hit. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't know. So we just gonna kind of, talk about it and just see how people are feeling and what they got going on and try to give advice. I was thinking about maybe starting some kind of group, you know what I'm saying? Because people say you should go to counseling. And I tried to do that. It didn't work for me.
Counseling, especially when there's something that serious and that deep. I don't think that the actual grieving is something that a counselor should dive into. I think it's what is going on in your life that you're having hard times dealing with because of that loss.
Right. Yeah.
Because they can't do anything about your grief, but they can make you look at your life in a certain way for you to build tools or be prepared to what triggers you into feeling that loss.
Yeah.
That absence.
Yeah. I was talking to a lady yesterday and she was telling me that she likes to take long rides in the car to help her with her grief. When I tell you I hate to get in the car is like the worst for me. I long drives, my mind just go all over the place. It's just free to think about all the things that I don't want to think about. So, we handle things different. We are different. I'm gonna go back to that subject just a little bit when I had said, is it different for a person to speak on a tragedy from a health perspective? And in my honest opinion, it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the person that's losing, and it depends on the person who got lost. Because guess what? I could lose a parent in a tragedy and not have a relationship with them, and it may not bother me so much. You know what I'm saying? But I could lose a friend, and you know what I'm saying? So it depends on what relationship you have with the person that you're losing. And sometimes I used to go to funerals and people used to be crying so hard, and I would be like, they barely even knew him. You know what I'm saying? But it could be when you go to a funeral, like, it's hard for me to go to them. It's been hard. Be funny. It's very difficult because it brings back the memories of the people that I lost that I really cared about. And then I'll be crying at the funeral and I don't even know the people. So then there's my answer right there. You're crying not necessarily for their loss, but you're crying for your own loss. It just brings you back. So I think that everybody just handles things differently. I think that it's something that's worth discussing and talking about and getting out here because we talk about everything, but we don't talk about death. It's like the hush hush. I had told a girl, she's like, "What's your podcast gonna be about?" I was like, "Grief." She's like, "Oh, that's gonna scare the people." But why? Because we all gonna have it. We all gonna have it.
We go through grief. Black people are really bad at this. To the side because we got so much going on. We have to keep the kids, we got to keep that job, we got to keep the circle in. You come on, just say, people. Life pulls you in so many different directions.
It does.
You don't have time to grieve. And if you have children, that makes it even more difficult because you can't let them see you grieving all the time because they're going to look at you as being that sad person. Then that's going to make them sad.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want your grief affecting them.
Right.
I think that we need to talk about it. I think it's a very good idea. I think people don't go and get services they need. Listening to people talking about the grieving process may help them some kind of way.
Yeah, I think it will too, Gay. I think though, we're just gonna be directed and then just let it happen the way it's supposed to happen. But I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. And I think I need help. And I think I'm here to help some people. My whole thing about life for me is I'm a server. And let's not ever get it twisted. I'm here to serve. And it doesn't matter what that is. I'm here to help. I'm here to do whatever I can to make somebody else's life better. And in return, my life is always better. So I just want to, let you guys know I really, really appreciate you guys. I could have had some more questions. We might do it again. Marvin may do it with a different person. Gay, you may do it with a different person. We'll see. I just thought it was a he is cute lady. Just as
Ah,
handsome, just as handsome as he want to be.
oh,
Gay said
thank
she want to do it with you. She don't want to do it with nobody else.
you. Appreciate it.
You guys were the same age when you lost your mom. Both of you are were 16. She said you guys lost them in the same manner. She said she don't want to do the podcast with nobody but you.
Okay, that's what's up.
So Marvin, you got anything you want to say?
I'm cool.
You good?
Yeah.
What you think? What you think about the podcast?
Oh, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like a like you say, people go talk to counseling. It's like a counseling within itself, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't really wanted to do the counseling thing because the lady or the dude, they don't know me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and they don't know what you've been through.
Yeah, so I rather it always been more, you know what I'm saying, comforting to talk to somebody that I know, somebody that knew my mother and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's more counseling.
Yeah. So, Gay, let me tell you this little quick thing. So, this Michi bestie like this. They've been together forever, right? Why is Michi, yes, Mr. Crater, why is Michi grandbaby born on Marvin's birthday? Yes, June 6th, girl. And me and Snuggle had placed a bet that Snuggle said he wasn't gonna come on Marvin's birthday. I said, watch.
How
He came
much?
on Marvin's birthday. He came at
How much? How much? She lose?
10:35.
How much?
Huh?
How much she lose?
How much? Oh, she lost a dinner. We just betted a dinner.
Right.
She got to take me to Red Lobster, but I want a lobster tail. I told her I got to have a fried lobster tail with that joker. So
Yeah.
we might get out there tomorrow. But then, Gay, did you want to add anything? Anything you want to say?
It's good to see you, Marvin. First of all, Rachelle, thank you for doing this because I do believe that by you serving, I believe that you'll be healing as well. And I know that no one can replace Michi, but you got grandkids surrounding you of kids that he gave to you. And now a great grandmother.
Girl.
Michi, you.
Girl, and gave me a boy. Ain't that something? But check this out, Gay. When I sit down and I think about my life, that's that saying, when I think things over, I can truly say that I'm blessed, honey. Marvin, I am so blessed. I am. And Marvin, I love him. And he is like a son to me, always has been. He's not my natural son, but he lost his mom and I lost my son. So he might as well be my natural son. And I don't get to, yeah, I don't get to see his babies like I would because he got some babies. And I need to get in. Yeah, I need to get in tune with that. So I'm gonna get in tune with him because one thing about it, tomorrow ain't promised, and I don't want him or you to just ever think like I didn't, because I care and I love both of y'all. And I really appreciate you guys taking your time to come on.
All right. For sure. See you, Lillian.
Sure. Moving.
Bye, baby.
All right, love y'all.
I wasn't gonna make it. They say I wasn't gonna make it. They say I wasn't gonna make it. They say I wasn't gonna be here. But look at me, I'm right here. It's the best that the nigga still here. Look at me, I'm right here. It's the best that the nigga still here. They say I wasn't gonna make it. They told me wasn't gonna be shit. They told me to stay out the streets. But look at me, I'm still here. I'm married to the streets. My auntie love me, so she be worried about me. Give the kids, tell her don't worry about me. If I got it, she could get the world about me. Got my gun, I don't wanna hurt nobody. Get the best that a nigga made it. Through tough trial tribulations. Never know what a person been through. Never know what a nigga will do. Never hesitate, a nigga will shoot. You could give a nigga a mile here, turn around and take an inch or two. Some people wanna see you down so they can smile. Nigga, that's a bitch move. Incorporated the Millie Vooch, you mean your dog, that's a business move. I'm still trying to get a distribution for a couple mil, that's a bigger move. Still trying to get my credit straight. Funk session 8 minutes straight 8. I fuck with hoes that keep it real, won't lie to me straight to my face. Loyalty over everything, all the